Good afternoon, students. The focus of this recording is to clarify your groups and to ensure that you are fully aware of who's working with you. I am not quite sure why some persons were not able to get themselves into a group, but I have tried on several occasions to extend the deadlines, but for some reason, some persons are still have not been able to get themselves in. As you can see here, this is what it looks like. We were supposed to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups. Unfortunately, there are only 3 groups, each of which has 5 persons, and one group has 2. Now, Alana, Batiste, Avion, Sharon, Campbell, Phillips, Rinel, Jenny. Where is your photo, Jenny? You need to put that in. Anita. Now, Rinel, I think your photo should be the right side up. So try to do something about that. Lauren and Shalissa. Please try to get yourself in a group. What I could suggest at this point is that you could probably email me your interest. So far you may have to, or we may have to, forget about the first column, which speaks about early development in understanding learning. Forget about this column. You will either have to find yourself in the group with her or the group with Guthrie. So right now, Guthrie, the group has 2 persons. We therefore need 3 more persons to join that group, and the rest of you, I suppose, would have to get into the group with her. You would notice that this week I have placed resources on the early notions in learning, in understanding learning. So therefore, we would have to more or less forget about this group. I am going to focus on those 2 topics, which included this week. Next week, Thorndike, it means that our first group will have to present. Now, it is critical that you meet, and I'm hoping that you know who's in your group, and you have met and you have begun to make plans about how you would proceed with that presentation. Now, remember, you need to be creative, and the fact that persons are not there physically, that can be a challenge. But you notice that I'm able to make recordings, and you could try to do the same. I know that it's difficult when you're doing an online class to meet face-to-face sometimes, but you can choose to do whatever you want to meet and to produce the document, right? The software I'm using is actually called the Screencast-O-Matic. You could choose to I suppose explore that option if you want to, but then again, I'm sure you could think of other things that you can do if you want to make a recording and do as I'm doing right now. But remember, you are supposed to prepare the presentation, and you are going to be leading the discussion for the week. So I'm trusting that you have already begun your preparation. That is group 1, and Skinner is followed by Skinner. That is the next week. So if you have not been able to see who is in your group, I hope that you are taking note of who is in your group. You have contacted each other. You could form WhatsApp groups, and you could really get the ball rolling. Also, you could consider meeting on Skype to have your discussions. OVO is another option. Anything that you could probably think about, whether you meet physically or not. But remember, you are responsible for presenting next week. Okay, so that is group 1. I'm really sorry that we have had some issues with the with this particular aspect, but I think it's a lesson to be learned, because had persons completed the assignment during the time frame that they were supposed to, I'm trusting we may not have had this issue. But again, I'm not too sure why we haven't been able to rectify it. But I suppose right now you could see who is in your group, make the best of it, and all the best in your preparation. Sorry. Any questions about it, feel free to send me an email. I'll try to respond as soon as possible. Sometimes I'm going to respond like this. If I notice that several persons are having the same issue, I may choose to respond in that manner instead of giving an individual response. Okay? As I said, I'm on campus sometimes, so keep note of that. Right? So thank you, Miss. Thank you very much, and all the best for your presentation starting next week.